It only takes a cinder for a phoenix to rise.
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 5 of our Malekith the Old World and SFO Grimmhammer campaign. In today's episode we are here with Dark Elf Darth Vader to throw down and try to wrangle back, I guess his Iron Bangle from Chaos. We've got Baradin Balefire, Asavar Kul, and Herald Humongous. At least I'm assuming this is supposed to be Asavar Kul, the fallen Everchosen. I think he's the one that comes right before Archaon, but if you know the actual order, go ahead and put that in the comments so we can all be informed of the lore. This is the battle map. This is very strange looking. What are these little bubbles? Is that the actual hillside itself? Oh joy. Well, hopefully we can make full use of our artillery pieces. Get some vengeance for getting rained hellfire on by those literal hellfire cannons. Let's get to it.
Stretches bore me. At least with the Asla, I can enjoy their death screams. Yet, it is a labor that must be undertaken. I claim this altar, not in Cain's name, but mine own. Savants of the desperate gods, I advise you, stay out of my way. If not, you shall face the might of the Druki. And our ways of killing are far more inventive than your own.
It's an interesting smack talk. We are going to kill you in ways that make you cry. We need to choose a formation and then advance. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, everyone. Let's set up in a position that's a bit more defensive. We will send the Dread Spears out wide. Where's the rest of our formation here? Beautiful, and then we'll have the Blackguard of Nagaron just in the center line. And then what we'll do is just have the infantry groups that we just made advance forward a little bit. Alright, everyone's at the bottom of the hill, so what we're going to want to do is try to rotate up towards the shrine. I just don't know where their reinforcements are going to be coming in from. And if you can hear any nonsense in the background, our Grey Cat is going into eat, so she's going to be a little bit obnoxious. If the intrusion becomes too much, we'll go ahead and get that sorted out. I can even tell you how excited I am to actually have artillery again after playing the Pharaoh early access. There is no artillery there. And so if you have any kind of range disadvantage, you get absolutely smacked. Alright, crush the enemy vanguard before they are reinforced from the shrine. Oh, really? Does it just not do anything at all unless you advance? That's pretty neat. Let's send the Dark Riders out on this side with the Chariots as well. Then we'll have Malekith and our other Sorceress move on forward.
On to battle!
On to battle. We'll move the Dark Shards about. That way not all of them get disrupted at once if one of them gets taken out. And we'll get our squad situated in a bit more of a formation that we like here. There we go, since we are outnumbered in terms of actual melee troops here. Alright, let's send in the Chariots to start disrupting who they can there. Then what we'll do with the rest of our army, start moving them up this way, that way they can actually fire on the enemy. If we get flanked from the shrine, we'll be in big trouble, but we'll see. Gambit I'm willing to take here. Actually never fought any of the Malekith battles. This will be a fun bit of new experience for all of us. For those of you who can facepalm when I get absolutely run over from the shrine. Keep moving towards them. We're going to kind of go off to the sides. What's the speed on you comparatively to the Knights? 70 and 70. Oh, they're exactly the same. So as soon as we see them move, we need to turn around. Otherwise, they're just going to get run over. Alright, start moving towards our squad now. If any of them wish to follow us, so be it.
Corsair handbows. We are ready.
Get moving, Druki. We'll have the handbows advance a little bit there. That way they can kind of set up on these hills and be obnoxious if the enemy tries to move forward. They do have a bonus first large. Just keep harassing that front line. I'll send Malekith up as well since he's got some magics. We just want to grab this group then. Minus the handbows. We'll just continue to move them up. To about here. Have the Dark Riders continue to keep the flanks. They're not going to be very useful against a lot of what the Chaos Warrior is going to be wielding here. A lot of these guys are very heavily armored and they really struggle against armor. Forsaken are taking some fair bit of damage to their health. Alright, Malekith, you've got the full armor piercing chill wind. These, if we get them angled properly, are going to be devastating. Speaking of, get them. Not bad at all. Alright, you all start moving back. Quickly, Malekith. Can have you just chuck a fireball at them. Make them regret chasing Malekith, or we hit our own units. Hold them closer to the line. Same thing with these handbows, send them out so they can actually start firing. Full horde of chaos is advancing from the shrine. Over here. Interesting. Malekith got caught. Not what we really want to see. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Good grief. Those handbows working. We'll have you all go forward there with those halberds. Don't mind getting him caught for a moment. Malekith, you keep falling back. Let's go ahead and stop him from doing any more casting. That's gonna hurt. Youch. What happened to their health bar? They were fine and then there was like a secondary explosion. You all keep moving back. Let's have the Reaper Bolt Throwers switch to multi-shot mode and start dealing with these Forsaken. You just keep fleeing around. We'll have the handbows keep doing their thing. That got very spicy. Well done with that fireball, my friend. We'll save the rest of ours. You just keep moving around and being obnoxious. The enemy mage can make a decision of charging them or you. Oh, he looks like he made a decision. Spearman, you stop him. And we'll let these crossbows get to work. Get to work. Chariots just press all the way through and we'll have these spears move up. Like full advantage of our overly clumped up formation there. If you press through, go ahead and charge these Chaos Knights, so that way they're the ones getting shot at by all of the nonsense there. Got smacked. We can use the Crown of Command to pull you back. Maybe not. Use the Crown of Command to pull her back. Malekith's left to chase her. Looks like he's been sitting here chucking fireballs at our riders the whole time. Very good in terms of micro we've got here. Have you lot rotate. And get ready for the next group. With throwing fireballs. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh, or not. She's down. Our mage assassinated. That's real unfortunate. Now we have to recruit up another one of those. Alright, both sets of knights came back at the same time. That is abysmal for our poor chariots there. You guys fall on back. Bring the dark shards up. They're just gonna flee. Interesting. Come on, handbows. Start firing. Whilst you're taking all of the free damage. Malekith chases off the enemy mage, so it's just this reinforcing army. And we lost Iron Mage for it. Such is the way. And Malekith, since they don't actually have anything really all that useful to chase you off and to avenge our fallen, most Dread Spears move forward. Crossbows take a little bit more of a forward position here.
question.
We're gonna actually have the Blackguard up front and the Swordsman behind them. These Spearmen need to fall back. Alright, Malekith, you just rip some chill wind through this group. A little bit slower than I expected, so let's keep moving there for you. All of their most important units are gone. Let's move the handbows forward and let them start harassing on their way over.
Moving out. We understand.
Rotate.
My blade hungers.
Swords as well there.
Ready. Bleak swords.
Weird formation.
Malekith.
Corsair handbows.
Our handbows have you lot start falling back as soon as they are in range.
Corsair handbows.
Malekith, you as well.
Dark elves.
We'll have these blast into the aspiring champions. I think we want them to be single shot instead.
Corsair handbows.
Have the handbows keep falling back. Unit wants to go wide and chase them. That works for me.
Done. Forward.
They did not fall back at all, which is going to get them absolutely smacked.
The true king.
Fire this on through the group of Chaos Warriors. A little bit of over-refrigeration. You still have the two aspiring champions.
Corsair
Keep moving.
handbows. Cold-blooded
Chaos Heroes go after these two Forsaken. The normal warriors are less killy.
Destruction.
We are ready.
Handbows take the
Corsair
flank.
handbows.
Try to keep them alive as much as you can. Malekith, you lead that group on a merry chase. Handbows come away.
Battle torn.
Try to shoot the gap there if you can.
Eager for battle. Orders understood.
The most dangerous units are those Forsaken, so deal with them and then we can move.
Carnage awaits.
We got run over by that group of
Die,
Forsaken.
weaklings.
Malekith, run!
Malekith.
If you flee, we lose the battle. Don't miscast. There you go. Rip those through. You come on in. We need some help on both sides here with our handbows. Send the spears in.
Ready. Battle
And the blades as well.
eager for battle.
Get them working.
Eager for battle.
Well, both of our
Throwers.
bolt throwers are in trouble here. Have you guys switch targets to blasting apart these marauders?
Malekith.
Keep moving.
Destroy. Dealers in death.
Fire on those chaos spawns. Should be an easy target for you.
Corsair.
Blended those handbows up.
Onwards to murder. Pull back.
Perfect. Let's find some different
Merciless
angles for this group, as our spearmen are getting run over.
Daruki, forward. Corsair.
Handbows hold the line. We need to have the crossbows fall back because they're getting smacked.
Merciless host.
Malekith, we need more magic. A little bit of icy wind through there.
Druki.
Dark Riders got smacked, pulled them through. That's mostly because of our own crossbows.
Back. Die, weaklings.
Don't move up, just fire on the flanks you've got there.
Corsair handbows.
Malekith delivers a blow and flees away. Can we crowd of command anyone back here? Tricky front line does need a little bit of help. Let's make sure these guys don't flee. And Malekith, if you can get away from the Forsaken, that would be just great.
Shots.
Just the best.
Dark Rider.
And those come up front. You start disrupting this group of marauders, and then we'll just have them do the single shot round and blast this exalted hero.
No mercy.
Gotta keep fleeing. Rip the icy cold through here. And then every single dark shard remaining. Fire on this exalted hero.
Look at them. On to slaughter.
Now you guys are about to get shards from behind, so we'll give you some help.
Kill. Going.
Moving out.
You guys surround this exalted hero. And we'll try to have this group of handbows retreat. That way all of our other crossbowmen can actually fire.
Dread spears.
There's a bitter end here. There weren't even that many of them.
Dark shards.
We'll Once again, like I said, thank goodness Be'lakor wasn't more elite than what we got to fight him out.
Cold-blooded killers.
Most dangerous you've ever seen normal marauders.
Slay them.
Destroy!
Awesome. 8. So most of the enemies fleeing for the hills now.
Eager for battle. As you say.
Those that aren't being made pincushions
Take them.
post haste. I think for the rest of this year is just running for the hills. We'll rip one more icy wind through. And try to pull Malekith through as well, because they have a lot of melee attack.
Corsair handbows.
We have got them. No more spawn left over. Oh no, here they are. They were absolutely just chasing off our bleak swords. You guys turn and go into single shot mode
Bolt throwers.
and fire on these chaos spawn. We got a bit of good practice to do, but man, our completely beleaguered army is... Our front line is in tatters. Luckily, there are always more sneaky sods ready to try to climb the Druki ladder, so I'm gonna chase down or try to shoot the rest of these chaos spawn. We'll catch you in a moment. Well, a Pyrrhic victory indeed. We ended up losing Sorceress, Dread Spears, a unit of Dark Shards, and some Bleak Swords. What's crazy is wherever they hit our front line, they just melted away like they didn't exist. And the stat difference between us is not even all that real. We have more melee attack and defense than these Forsaken, but they just blended through our lads. Unfortunate. We'll go ahead and take the... Let's take the extra captives, that way we can re-recruit up a new Sorceress, hopefully pretty soon.
I have no need.
That is all the unfortunate. Green falls. Oh, and now we have access to the Bolt Fiends. Bolt in the Eye is a terrible way to die, and the calling card of the Bolt Fiends. 5,000 more treasury, 500 more slaves, and a bit of replenishment. We are absolutely going to need Circlet of Iron. Was it worth losing what we did? I'm not sure.
Malekith, King of Naggaroth.
Now we've got Grimgor to deal with quite soon. Also a horrifying prospect. Don't have any kind of encamp stance. Let's fall on back away from the border there a little bit. All we have access to is more Dread Spears, which we will need to replenish. Grab one unit of Dread Spears. And then the ROR Bolt Fiends as soon as we're in need. I just don't want to pay the upkeep on them just yet. Okay, how can we recover properly? No Sorceress anymore, but we do have a Master. Can we recruit him over here? Nay. We can in Ocnus, which is a little bit closer. And I think a melee duelist is going to be pretty good. At least one that'll also be giving Malekith some more tankiness. Got Yuzu the Spiteful. I think he's going to be the call. Extra experience gain is great. This will be better when we have actually some Death Hags starting to recruit in, but we'll grab Kuzu for now. Extra melee attack for him, and then more weapon strength for everyone in our army.
Master Druki.
Master Druki. Come over and hang out with Malekith.
My time. My talents.
So we only have access to global if we are in a settlement. That does leave the Druki at a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of recruiting.
Is mine.
Okay. Definitely we want the restored port of Nagnath. Income bump is huge. You almost double in 3 separate positions. So we will definitely go for the restored port. How much would it be to instantly restore said port? Not much at all. That almost adds an extra 1,000 to what we've got going here.
The
I'm not
pie
gonna-
is mine.
Not gonna try to guess how much it increases. I'll 100% have it wrong. Grab one more set of spearmen. Why are our Dread Spears more than our Reapers? In that case, let's grab a Reaper Bolt Thrower from Marathi. Help keep these walls defended. How much is it to sell some of our extra labor? 1,500 treasury and then extra slave income. How much do we need to keep Nagranath's port up and running? Higher than 100. But actually the port is what adds the walls? Crazy. Why can't we do the diktat here? We've already activated one. We've got 3 more turns then before we can activate more open markets. I'll save then. It's not as worthwhile coming from the Citadel of Lead because we don't have any actual buildings making more income from slaves, so not worth.
How malicious.
Or as Malekith those, though, we can actually come in here and give him the unique skills we wanted. So we're going to start with War Leader. The war is endless. It will never cease. Stay ready. Nice little upkeep reduction for his army, as well as a couple more bonuses. Can we give it anything that's going to help out on the field right away? Punishment rate would be great. Honestly, no. 50% more post-battle loot, though, is probably a good one to get online now. Fights with Grimgore are only a matter of moments away. Get rid of this Obsidian Lodestones for one that gives us ward save. And that can go on Marathi. This headdress has to be heavy. That's where all of the power of the dark comes from. The spite from wearing the headdress. Among other things. We can go ahead and finish Darkhold here immediately. We just wouldn't be able to build anything else. Let's go ahead and do it next turn. That'll be a little bit cheaper. And then we can immediately add in some extra upgrades there. You're staring down the barrel of several wars all at once. And hopefully it's not with these lads.
It is the greatest insult that
Sorry, what?
Fall the Maker, elven god of smiths, has
Oh,
never
it's time for the
blessed
final
sword you have forged.
Destroyer.
Destroyer. Now is the time to right that wrong.
Indeed. Thank you, old man. Even though you look a little bit different than you do currently. Val, the Maker of the Elves, has long refused to honor Malekith's masterful forging of the Dread Blade Destroyer. This snub can stand no longer. If God will not come to the Witch King will come to God. Present him with a blade slaked with Aesir blood. Countless fall to the Destroyer, on Ulthuan's shores, but ahead lies the greatest of tests. On Duval's anvil, into the very heart of the volcano, and in the audience with a god. Of course, there'll be Guardians first to contend with. Which thankfully this will also give us our victory over the High Elves, but man, do we want to build up a little bit more before starting this fight. Reinforcements expecting that this is a fairly scary army. We just got smacked by one with, I think, half the unit we did. We'll get to that in but a moment. Orhedron is back and ready for duty. And now it's time to, I guess, build up Nagranath to tier 5. Black Dragon Egg. We summon a Black Dragon. Oh, but that's fairly strong. 100% armor piercing is never going to be bad, especially with the magical. You can hit demons as well.
Lord of the Black Court.
Not just hit
Master
demons,
Druki.
destroy demons. You coming over and join up with
This
Malekith.
is real military might.
Good to know. How much do you guys despise one another? Oh no, they don't. They're gonna actually start being friends. This is a bad sign. I thought Grimgore had been defeated. No, he's just gonna attrition them down to nothing before attacking. Don't like when Grimgore's forces do that. It allows them to build their armies for much, or keep their armies for much longer.
Ambitions to kill.
Fair enough. We need a Malekith to come back over. We'll go into March stance just to potentially gain the extra skill there. Go into March. We'll just bring Kuzu back in a moment. For now, we'll leave him here, though.
Interlude.
We can keep an eye on the greenskins.
I am the first sorceress.
3 more turns for the Dark Citadel. Could go ahead and upgrade Oknes to the Dark Tower. This give us a better port and access to stronger shades. Probably not a bad idea. I'm thinking we're going to want to use shades over our current usage of Corsair handbows. They've only got 75 range. They do have a nice bit of bonus V large weapon strength, so maybe we'll have a combination of handbows and shades.
Dreadlord.
Meanwhile, over at the Lane of Battles, 3,800 for the Dark Tower. We can do that by going into the open markets. I mean, absolutely not going to be making any plans to be friends with the Sightless. In fact, let's come into Grimgore's squad. We're not going to offer any kind of deals, but I will join your war against the Sightless. You know what? Even the Hunt Marshal? You give me a non-aggression pact? It will turn this against you on bow. Yes, no war with Grimgore for now, but we will then smash the Cathayans.
Fine.
I've talked to Gork and he reckons I should accept. We should also not take our eyes off of Grimgore.
Keeper of Wushing.
He doesn't like treaties with Grimgore's Ard boys, so he's likely to now start some trouble. We've now got a very strange non-aggression pact. Dealt with Grimgore for the time being.
What's best for me?
What's best for you? Honestly, I don't care. Definitely want to upgrade the Dark Tower here, the Citadel of Lead. I want to complete this right away for... Probably not. We'll wait till next turn then, for any kind of continued improvements. Arathi, how's your magic? Not maxed out, so let's come out of Okness.
I am going.
I am going.
Wills it.
Switch that on over.
Malekith, King of Nagaroth.
Perfect. So we've staved off destruction for at least a few more turns. So now we need to prepare for the onslaught from the Cathayans. Alright, we're up. You scared men defeat Bruno Pappenheimer in battle. Gain Battle Masters and some gold if we do it in time. I don't think we're going to be able to. I think Grimgore's going to handle that no problem. We got 3 armies over here now. Oh, good grief. So can we come on in and maybe go ahead and have you do some hero actions on the Cathayans or whatever Grimgore counts as enemies?
By the god of murder.
Exactly, by the god of murder. So what we need is to retrofit Malekith's army. I don't even think we're going to grab any of these Dark Shard shields. Even though we probably do need them. They don't have as much damage as the others. We'll go for pure damage for now. You want shades? We don't have a lot of gold, though. We've learned. Money's important. I don't actually like the Dark Riders much, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of them, and we're going to replace them with Purge Rudder Chariots, so we'll have 2 extra mobile units. And then we can't afford shades as well, huh? That's alright. We may have to do a couple turns of retrofitting the armies. We can speed this along right away for a cost of half of our current workforce. Dropping leadership even further for our foes. I don't think that's going to be the call. May just wait for next turn to grab the Darkhold here. So Kuzu, you...
Endures.
Exactly. You come on here and join up with Malekith. Start trading up the units. Before I make the decision to not build anything, though, let's see what we can do with Kevin's Black Arc. Growth. Slight bump to the income.
I must endure this.
Cell Docks actually be not a bad call. Can we upgrade any of our army abilities here? Please take me back. There we go. Soul Torrent with Sky Rain. Soul Torrent instead of Soul Rain doesn't look like it changes that much, but there's 100 projectiles. Kane's Lash or the Brazen Cauldron. I'm not sure on that one. What would you guys think we should go for first with our Admiral? What do you tend to prioritize with your Black Arcs? Let me know.
Be gone.
Wrathy, you just stay here. In fact, we might stay here and go into instead an ambush stance. Convince them that we're weak.
By my desire.
Why is the forest not more ambush? I don't want you to be too far away from the settlement. You just stay there then. Don't complain. Battle is a business for the Dark Elves. War is transactional. For Druchii blood to be spilled, there must be payment. In the form of loot, preferably. Loot and plenty of booty. do now get more post-battle loot. Do we want any of these before saving for upgrade 1? Well, we don't have a choice. We're going to grab one for now. What's the most important? More leadership in foreign territory could be pretty neat. Melee attack while fighting at sea, not super useful. Extra experience across the board is probably the call. Speed and vigor loss reduction. Well, as I say that, marching to war and exploit feuds are both pretty great. Let's snag the overall increase to our combat potential. We do have Grimgore and the Cathayans on our border. 4,000 gold now. One more turn for Nagranath, so we might just want to save a little of our gold up. We'll have Malekith recruit in... The Shades take 2 turns. Wrathy, you come on over and grab the Shades. That leaves us completely open to attack. I think Arkness can defend itself from at least the likes of Minhan. Yuanbo's a little bit too south to reinforce, so you just come on over here and grab some units from Malekith. If we went into March, we'd probably get it done. Gotten a little bit further back. Okay, cool. Let's grab...
This heat saps my patience.
I don't think it's hot here at all. Being dramatic. Grab 2 of the Corsair handbows. Switch over to the Dark Channeling stance.
I am the Witch King.
Then for Malekith, we'll give him those 2 Shades like I wanted. 2 Shades, and then do we need more frontline? Yeah, we did lose one of our swordsmen. Harpies will try to keep in Marathi's army, try to theme them up a little bit. Why are the Bleak Swords going to take 2 turns? Oh, we don't have any more training space. Such is the way. Well, in that case, let's come on in and add the Exotic Animal Tamer for a little bit more gold and some more trade goods. Depending on how much that is. 300 is more than I'm willing to spend. Here, though, I don't mind going for the open market Dictat again, just for some more gold, and to increase the amount of gold we're making from all of our slaves here in Restored Port. How much do we need to upgrade Quada? 2,000. Now, I think if anything, we're going to go ahead and grab the increased cell dock, so we continue a little small increase to our slaves per turn. And then we'll try to bring Kevin around so he's closer to help out both of these battlefields here. We don't need you to be sadistic. Let's just go for a Dreaded Slaver, continue down the blue line. He is the perfect workforce recruiter. 50 Witch King's authority. What if we come on in and increase our research rate and replenishment rate a little bit? Would be great. Although we could come on in, I'm going to go for... I'd like to go for Harmony. We lose post-battle loot, but we gain a lot more income from all of our buildings. More income drop from buildings and more from raising. Well, I do want to be here to be kind of a destroyer of worlds. Let's just go for the military ordinance then first. 500. It's going to be a little while. Time to get to all of the extra violence.
Your destruction will bring me
Now is it time to try to sue for peace? No. Let's see, are you guys finishing them off yet? And they're just gonna sit there and attrition them down to nothing. That's mighty disrespectful there, Grimgore. I can't even see who he's trying to waw towards. Who is the source of your anger? He's only at war with these two, so it could be the Tzeentchian faction. That is very likely. What we need to do then, I think, is declare war on Yuanbo, and then try to lure him into an ambush. At least his first couple armies here. Wrathy, yours is actually looking pretty decent. Ambush wouldn't work, would it? We go into normal stance. Come on back to Arkness for the reduced upkeep.
Murderous lord.
Murderous lord. You stay here.
Lord of
One more turn of recruiting those guys. Let's grab in another unit of Bleak Swords, and then we can grab the ROR. Bolt Fiends on the way out. Okay. Boom, the Ogden can go up to the next tier. I think we should prioritize upgrading Nagranath to tier 4, so that's what we're going to save our gold for. Wouldn't mind getting the Estates of the Masters here. It's not going to do anything really for us, but a little bit more growth. I'll save it now. Wada is going to stay kind of the border nations that we're not throwing gold at, just because we don't know if we're going to be able to retain them. Let's keep on through then. Hopefully we get to do some extra battles soon. Don't want to declare on Cathay yet. We'll do it after they've recruited up and they feel a little bit more brave. Malekith, the Gatherer of the Lads. The Sightless are gone. I have no doubt he had multiple armies smacking down both of these factions at the same time. Bruno's out there running for his life. Now it's time to petition the Dark Cities. Imagine the rooster tail this ship has running away from all those greenskins.
Overlord.
Malekith. I'd like to go through Bolahat.
Let's talk.
He doesn't like us that much. I'm not giving you any money. You'll just use it to bully us with. So in that case, let's have Marathi.
Enchanting beauty.
Yes, indeed. Although you were so obvious it has to be a trap. We'll come on in and go for the ambush.
Into the shadows.
Fastest way to get sacrificed to Kane.
King of the true.
Malekith. Also like to try to go into an ambush stance. Very much like to go around. Can't go too high up there because the trees don't like it.
Begging for mercy would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declare war on you. Is the unit here at Minhan recruiting anymore? Fighting the Cathayans is gonna be a fun challenge. They have a lot more armor than we do, don't they? I want to get this jump on them. Trespassing on Grimcore is a horrible idea. Yeah, we'll move everyone over here together. There's no way they jump first, even if they do. Try to make it look like we're weak.
Relentless heat.
Evan, you stay here. I don't trust that they're not going to try to take you out.
Such slaughter awaits.
You need to start moving him down the coast.
Anchors away.
I'm going to immediately contradict. Go back to the Dread expansion.
Dark deeds.
Deeds. How much more gold do we need? Just a wee bit. If we have it next turn, and we will. So, spend one more turn saving. So this money is indeed burning a hole in my pocket.
Bored of heat.
Okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to have Marathi move up into a raiding stance with the Cathayans, yoinking as many people in gold coins as she can. And then we're also just going to go ahead and declare war on them, but we're going to have Malekith come up and be very sneaky. Try to catch anyone attempting to attack his mama in ambush.
Death follows with.
Here at Nagranath, we'll just take this up to tier 4. Well, we can't now because Malekith isn't in the settlement. Malekith, need you to back up just a little bit. And now we can build this building because it's a little bit cheaper. And move you back into a proper ambush. A proper
Spreading
ambush. There we go. Actually have just enough gold for what now? Income building. How quaint. That's not that much income though. We're gonna definitely go for the Black Roads. Love to see our relations still improving here with you, Grimgore.
If you say something stupid.
I agree. You get smacked. Not at first. We'd have to lure you into one of our settlements, but once you got there, then you would get smacked. Let's see if Cathay... Oh, before we do.
I trust you will not waste my time.
It's war, then, Yuan Bo.
Begging for mercy would be advisable.
Yeah, for you. for you, my friend. Alright, their wall does succeed. Yeah, definitely they were after the Tzeentchian faction down there. Marshall's expedition has been destroyed, and we have had our Few Scared Men mission aborted. The one bows come on over, they've got some extra spell resistance now. Harmony stance.
Lord of the
Be
Black
close enough where he can reinforce them.
My will does not bend.
Grief. That's a lot of Cathayans.
To touch a dragonborn is blasphemy.
But the Dragonborn is blasphemy. They don't have any cannons at all. They have lots of cavalry. And then Yuan will be coming in from behind.
But futile.
I think the strategy is
I serve
continuing to do what
only
we're doing
the
now. Have Malekith
the Witch
come
King.
back, grab the ROR unit, and then come back to continue to
Very well. I know my path.
watch Vigil over Marathi.
To touch a
Now that Yuan bo's
dragonborn
here, there is a
blasphemy.
pretty good chance they will move in to try to attack.
What now?
At that point, that's when we pounce. 450 slaves to instantly add in the Dark Citadel. It's actually worth it. So what we'll do instead,
Malevolent Lord.
is going to just save. That is control and corruption drop, but not that much for how many slaves you're losing. Don't quite have the gold for Quinquata. We'll just go ahead and stay here.
Black Heart.
Keep the Black Ark parked. I think what we'll do is we'll grab whichever one is going to increase our... Excuse me. Blood Rack Cauldron. Small strike area, 1 projectile. 2 projectiles then for Kane's Flail. Sacrificial Bit of Kane gives you Kane's Scourge as well. Do any of these give us a more armor piercing for multiple bombardments? No, just 200 projectiles. This will actually be great at blending up the chaff for Cathay, so, and for the greenskins. Let's go for the Soul Brazier here. Yeah, with no one moved.
I watch from the shadows.
Let's see if we have what it takes to bring down Minhan and the Jade Dragon himself. The Jade Dragon's executioner ability is horrifying. I haven't actually gotten to face it in combat yet, so be a fun experience. Right, an uneventful turn. Oh, that's not good. See, when you do that much slicing on yourself, it's hard to actually set up an ambush. Waste of time. Yuan Bo knows we're here, but he's not really willing to come and do anything about it. Do we keep siphoning gold away from the Cathayans then? We're still improving because of all of our war and raiding with the Jade Court, which is great. I think Grimgor is still completely a wild card where he can decide just to declare war on you regardless. So
For Kane.
what we're gonna do though is fall on back with Marathi, grab in the Crows of Kane,
Malekith, King of Nagara.
project some weakness.
Mother of the Druki.
Wouldn't mind going for the Druki Strike. Let's say stay in Druki Strike. Come back towards...
With bitter
More likely to attack
ambition.
you when you're outside of the settlement. We can have
My cruelty
Malekith
knows no limits.
ambushing then.
Seeking depravity.
It's pretty highly unlikely her to come in and do anything other than raid, but he can try to lure them over.
This wretched place.
Project weakness and maybe the Cathayans will pounce. That's legitimately all we can get up to for this turn. Oh, we can have
Phoenix
Marathi recruit some
Queen.
units. Might convince them to come over here and stop us. One more unit of Reaper Bolt Throwers would not be unwanted. Let's grab the shields though. We can use them as the upfront, trying to absorb some of the
I must
Thayan
endure.
crossbow fire. Right, I'm not sure what the strategy was. She likely moved in to try to attack Marathi, but I don't know why. This army by itself would
serve
not
only
be able
the
to handle
dragons.
Marathi plus Ocnus. But while this is a bad idea, we'll take it. We are marching to war. Let's go ahead and read our flavor text. Come on, grab the Talisman of Preservation and a Shield of Gron, too. Nice. Ever onwards, the Druki armies march. Conflicts breakneck rhythm dictating the pace. Marching to war, and we'll come on down and grab now the Exploitation of Feuds. Rank for all of the naval units. These are all great. But we'll start saving for the first upgrade quite soon. In the next episode here, we will have ourselves a showdown first Minhan, which we were going to fight that battle, because otherwise Auto-Resolve is likely to lose far more Druki front line than we want. And then we'll follow it up with a battle against Yuan Bo that'll be a little bit more worthy of our time, as it is two gigantic armies moving to face us. We've got the artillery and the spellcasters, though, so hopefully we have enough to defeat them. That is going to be all the time I've got for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching today's Malekith episode. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub. See you on the next one.